Bobby D, Le Flair. Come on, man. It's talking general, like in general. I've got Maestro in the fucking building. We're back with another one. You know what I'm saying? We're here to talk about my man, my guy, the king, the prophet,
the Lord,
the alpha, high value man on these YouTube streets.
Legit.
The guy that's putting all these women in check and getting all these niggas in their feelings. My nigga, Kevin, Hercules, motherfucking Samuels, man. Give it up, man. And what? So I'm here with my guy Maestro, yeah. And obviously when I was on before, I was here with Superman Mars, and Mars was obviously Kevin Samuels' arch enemy, and now I'm here with Kevin Samuels' allies. One of these allies, Maestro, Music Fingers, Nostradamus, the man out here in this building, Maestro. So Maestro, man, talk to me. So obviously you're not a naysayer, you're not a distractor, and you're not a hater of Kevin Samuels, yeah? So share with me something that you like about Kevin Samuels.
His honesty.
His honesty. Elaborate.
He's very straight to the point and honest with what he says. He says it with complete honesty, so it's not with spite that he's saying. When he's saying what he's saying, yeah, people take it as, you know, he's spiteful, he's rude, he's mean, and da. He's only saying it because it's the harshest truth. But someone has to say it, and he's that guy.
He's that guy.
Someone has to say it. Otherwise, these people, a lot of them are just going to be living in this pretense.
Alright.
And he's the guy to just say, look, open your eyes. He's just saying, look, open your eyes. See the reality.
Okay, so alright. So there's people out there, yeah, that will say Kevin Samuels is not a real businessman. He's a fraud. He has no credentials. What would you say to people that come up with those type of comments?
Okay, so I would say, if a guy decides to start, let's say he says, I want to be a football coach.
Okay.
For example, he said he teaches football. Yeah. Let's say he's not a professional footballer. He's never gone to football school before. He's probably just done some football with his friends on the road, and he's going, you know what, I'm kind of decent at football. I'm going to train small, I'm going to train little kids. Yeah? And he's making money from that. Can people say that he's a fraud because he's not learned football, he's not a professional footballer?
Not at all.
What's he doing?
Not at all. He's just being a coach.
And just running a business.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so Kevin Samuels is this guy that everyone hates because he's out there talking his shit,
yeah.
And all he's doing is selling what he's saying. Because the people that are listening to him on his YouTube channels, they pay by donations to speak on there, to call him. You know what I'm saying? And he says, if you want to hear what I'm saying, I'm not going to speak about it over
of course.
You
want a one-on-one consultation.
Let's have a one-on-one. Let's have a one-on-one. We can't have our people to speak to on the stream, innit? I can't just speak to you about your problems. We'll be here for hours. So he's like, you know what, yeah? Instead of just giving it to you for free, which guy in his right mind is going to start speaking his shit, and then everyone just comes to him with problems, and just sit there and say, I'll just speak for free. What?
Yeah, of course.
In your right mind, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a high value man. You're just any normal man, bro.
You're saying he's not a con man, but people are coming up to him with their problems and he's just charging them to listen to their problems.
Exactly.
So therefore he's not conning.
No, and he's making it clear on the stream and on his website, he's making it clear. He's saying, this conversation that we're having now, this is like therapy. You need therapy. He breaks it down for them and he says, this is why you need therapy, because you've been emotionally damaged, you've not fixed that. When you had your kid and your baby that left you, you haven't fixed that, and now you're trying to get with the wrong guy without actually realizing that you need to build yourself and and they're like, you know what, cool, you're making sense. So he says, alright, cool. you need to book a therapy session. They leave there, they go like, I want to book a therapy session. And I can choose any therapist in the world, but I want to choose that guy because he gave me some sick advice already. So I kind of understand that he knows.
He knows where I'm coming from.
He might not be a professional, he might not be a thing, but he knows where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So what would you say to people that say Kevin Samuels is not the appropriate person to be saying this type of message to women?
You know what it is, Kevin Samuels is not like, how can I say it? He's not speaking to women directly, in my opinion.
I want to say that again just so people can hear what you said.
He's not speaking to women directly, in my opinion. I feel like when people call in, and they're telling him their stories, he's interpreting their stories in a way that they're not seeing, and they're seeing this whole new perception and realizing that, okay, cool, I'm actually over a certain age. I'm over the age of 30, for example. I have a child and I'm still single. And I'm out here trying to find a certain type of guy that is way above average.
He's in the stars.
He's in the stars. And I'm even a lot of the girls that are on there trying to find black high value men. Bro, that's
it's rare. It's rare. It's rare.
As in, there's actually
you find hard working black men, but like high value is rare.
And tell me now, what logic is there in doing that?
None whatsoever. So then, to the people that say he's not the right man for the job, what would you say to them?
I would say there isn't a right man for the job, because who would be the right man for the job? There isn't. Kevin is not doing a job here, bro.
I wouldn't know.
Kevin is not doing a job here. What Kevin is, don't forget, Kevin is an image consultant. That's his original.
That's his field.
That's his actual field. This thing here that he's doing, bro, he's doing it as part of. This is
a side hustle.
This is a side hustle. Like, he's not doing this to like. I'm the advocate for I'm walking around and I'm the one that's gonna show people that women are like. No, he's just talking his shit on the corner, bro, and he's doing his own thing. And people are hating on him because what he's saying is true.
It's true,
That's the problem, bro.
Alright, so what's your thoughts on people questioning Kevin's sexuality? What would you say to those people?
You know what? You don't know these days, innit? You can't lie. I can't lie. You don't really know these days, so I can't say he's not. I can't say. Look, I'm not saying I don't know, because I think he's gay because of anything that he does or says in it. I'm just saying it because I genuinely don't know it. I don't want to say he's not gay. Because these days, bro, you don't know.
Okay.
But I'm also not agreeing. I don't agree with the fact that people saying how, because of the way he speaks and what he says, you know, and the way he dresses or whatever, he's gay.
And how he looks just well presented. Well groomed.
You can be 50 plus and still look well groomed.
Still look fresh.
It's possible, bro.
It's very possible.
It's possible. So. For me, I feel like people that come up with this whole gay thing and con man thing, these are people, that are looking for excuses, like strong enough to
stick on him,
as to why they don't like him. Really and truly, they just don't like him. As you said the other day, they just don't like him, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you will say that he's a con man. he's a this, he's a that. There are preachers in churches that do worse than this guy, and people still, and they know, and they still go, and they still,
they still go,
and they still go, bro.
Yeah,
this guy's not, he's not claiming to do anything. He's just doing his own thing on the side, and people are attracted to him. The women are coming to him. They're calling him. He's not calling them.
That's a fact.
They're calling him.
And that's a good segue into my next question. Okay, so what's your thoughts on the women that call into his show?
My thoughts, what do you mean?
What's your opinion on the women that call on his show?
All the women?
Not all of them, what the like, you know what I'm saying? You've watched this show.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on some of the female callers that call in?
I feel like with the females that call in, I feel like a lot of them they're clearly looking for something from Kevin. So they're clearly looking for his answer to something. That's why they will look at it. That's the first thing. Why would you call in the first place and tell them your problems?
Alright.
On air as well, so. But as well, I feel like a lot of these women, because they're calling looking for high value men, a lot of them are perfect examples for Kevin to use to show us what's really happening in the greater world that we live in on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like they are quite deluded. If I'm honest.
Delusional or deluded, or both?
Or both. Because a lot of these women are in their 30s, 40s. Most of them have kids.
Yeah.
And most of them are looking for a high value man. And we've seen videos on YouTube of guys or girls saying, this guy, he's saying that you're not worth it. No, you're worth it, girl. And it's like, that's not what he's saying. He's just saying that you can't go for a high value man when you have these things in your list as well. A high value man wouldn't look for that. Maybe
it's true.
Maybe to have sex.
Maybe to do this. I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? That's just all he's saying.
So, do you feel Kevin Kevin Samuel's message can help the black community?
Yes or no?
Okay, go on, elaborate, please.
Yes or no? Which one do you want to hear first? Yes or no?
I want to hear no first.
No, because the black community struggles to comprehend. That's the truth, bro. And because of the struggle to comprehend, they will always find confusion in stuff that this Kevin Samuel is doing, and it will create and still creates divide amongst us, which is annoying. Because really and truly, what this brother is doing here is he's coming out and opening a new perception into the reality. And once you see the reality, you realize that, oh shit, I can be much more happier if I focus my energy this way. Instead of trying to find a high value man, why can't I just find a man that's just going to love me for who I am and love me for my kids and be with me? Why can't I just do that?
Facts.
Why do I need to go and find a high value man and try and act up? That's long. Let me just find someone who's just going to accept me, even if we don't get in a relationship or we don't get married. At least I have someone there to die next to. I'm not going to be alone in the house when my kids are all old. Come on, man. People are not thinking logical, bro. They're not thinking logical. They're looking at kids you're talking bad about me. You're making me feel like I'm not worth it. I'm not this. He's not saying that. He's not saying that.
Alright, so what's the yes then?
The yes is basically what I just said.
I feel you. Alright, so my nigga, you heard my nigga Maestro. He's definitely an ally of Kevin Samuels. Say again?
100%.
He's an ally of Kevin Samuels, and these are just the thoughts and views of men, and we're gonna come with more thoughts and views of men and where we're coming from. But I hope you liked what my guy said, and I hope you could take it on board, because I do feel a lot of people take Kevin Samuel's message out of context due to the lack of comprehension, and I feel that's going to be the new word for 2021. But like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts and your comments below, And you get me? We're gonna get back to y'all niggas.